Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ticia. If you've not yet subscribed, please hit the subscription button and the notification button so that you get notified each time I post a new video. So today, most of you must have seen the advert going around. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew the shirts that you're seeing on your screen right now. Yeah, and these are the measurements that I'm going to use. My waist is 32, the crotch is 11, the length of the shirts is 14, and the thigh is 26. It's a client's outfit, so let's get to it. So I have my scissors, I have my French curves, I have my tape measure, I have my curve driller, I have my straight ruler. So let's start. You can fold. So to know how much I need to have here with me, I'm going to get my thigh measurement and divide it by 2. I'll use the tape measure to get exact measurements. So I'll move this to 26, divide by 2, and it fits here. It leaves all this, and this is quite a lot. It's quite a lot, so I'll reduce it a little. So let's start. So I'll use my long ruler and I'll draw a straight line downwards at the center of the fabric. You can go ahead and measure, but I do it a lot so I can measure with my eyes. So after drawing this line, I'll come here because fabric is never straight. So I will draw what I call my starting line. Okay. So I hope you are together. From my starting line downwards, I'll mark off the crotch depth, but I'm going to put a waistband that is 2 inches. So I have to reduce 2 inches from my crotch length. So I'll leave the 2. My crotch is 11. Reduce it by 2. Reduce it by 2. And I'll draw a line across. Okay. So after that, I'll mark off the length of the shirt. Still minus the 2, yeah. So for my client, I'm going to add her some inches because she's a bit shy. So I think let me give her 18 inches. So when I finish it, it will be around 16 inches when it's finished. So now I'll mark off 18. So I hope you're together. So now we shall go back to our crotch line here and we shall mark off the thighs. Our thighs are 26, so we shall divide 26 by 2. I'm sure it's 13, right? Then we divide it again. We divide 13 by 2. So in other words, we divide the thigh by 4. Okay, so you have 6.5. After dividing it by 4, you get to the center. From the center to this side, we mark that. Then again from the center to this other side, again we mark the same. I hope we are together. So the whole from here to here, it will be equivalent to 13, which is our thigh measurement divided by 2. Hope we are together. Then from there, depending on how you want your shorts to be, maybe you want them wide at the bottom, or how does it, this is when you design that. Yeah, if you want them small at this part at the end, then you will measure the thigh measurement and reduce it maybe by an inch or 2, depending on how tight you want it. Okay, but remember that we are working with a non-stretch fabric, so we have to be careful so that our client is able to fit in the shorts. So me, I want the shorts a bit wide at the bottom, so I'll carry on the thigh measurement to the bottom. Okay. So I'll join the hemline to the thigh. Then now I'll go to the thigh. Okay. Now my client is not too fat. She's medium size. Yeah. So I'll go inwards I'll give her 3 inches. Or if she's small, you can give her 2.5, but I want to give mine 3 inches for comfort. Yeah, so I'll measure the distance from the center to where I've taken off the 3.5, and here it's 3.5. Then I'll also measure it from here up to here. Then I'll connect the 2 with a straight line like that. Hope we are together. So after that, this is when I'll use my French curves. If you're an artist, you can use your free hand. It's okay. So I'll place my French curve. Sorry, it moved. Okay. So place my French curve and have it curved like that properly. So at this point, this is when I need my curve ruler. Yeah, I'll just get my curve ruler and place it at the hip. Make sure it touches the waistline and the hip. Yeah. Now that's for you if you cannot draw, like if you can't move your arm freely. Okay, but if you can just slightly start slanting your straight ruler, and after, if you don't have this ruler, you can use your straight ruler, slant it in a little bit, and then you curve it. Okay, you'll come and curve the line to prevent your shorts from having ears. Okay, yeah, so at this point I think you can see the shorts, they're coming out. So now I'll reduce the front because the front is usually shorter. I'll reduce it by 1.5 inches. again, I'll use my curve driller, connect it from here up to here. We only reduce this side of the crotch, okay? Now this side where the center front. Okay, we only note that we only reduce on the center front. The place where we curve this is the center front. It's the part that is going to be at the center here. Okay, so connect this. It's good to use the curve, brings it out well. Okay, and we are done. Okay, yeah. Then next, what we are going to do next is we are going to measure up our new waist. Okay, the waist that we have, and see, because remember the waist, whatever you get here, its times 4. Okay, okay, now this is by 2, 7.5, 7.5, which is the waist is 35 and we need 32. Those are extra 1, 2, extra 3 inches. So what are we going to do about that? For the front, we are going to put darts. Okay, then for the back, we are going to put elastic in the waist. Okay, yeah, so you're going to see it. We are going to work all through together. Okay, so at this point, almost done with the front. Now I'm going to demarcate where I'm going to put my pocket. Almost ready for cutting. I want it to have a curve, you know. I want it to have a curve, so I'll get it from about there and maybe curve it up to here. Okay. Now this is for the pocket. Okay. And my pocket has to be small, maybe about 1.5 inches wide, and I want it to be from this side. I want it to be 6 inches. Okay, that means from the top it will be 12.5. 12.5. Okay, so yeah. So this is giving me my pocket. Okay, so on the long side my pocket should be 11.5 and on the short side it should be 6 inches. Hope we are together. At this point we finished cutting our front. So when you're going to cut, make sure you have your pins. This prevents fabric from moving. So what we are going to do is we are going to put a zip on the side. Okay, our zip is going to be on the side. It's not going to be the front. Yeah, next time I'll be making you shirts that have a zip at the front, but today our zip is on the side. So let's get to it. Never forget to add seam allowance. So I'll add 0.5 seam allowance. Okay. I'll add it everywhere I'm going to stitch. Okay. that I'm adding is seam allowance, okay? And I love to use 0.5, so it's what I've added here as well. It's very important to add seam allowance in the center front of your shirts, okay? Or your trousers. I'll get my front top. So I've not added seam allowance for the hemline because I already added it when I was making the length of the shirt. So now it's time for me to cut. Well, note the point that was looking up, because if you turn the fabric like this, the colors will be looking different, yet it's actually the same fabric and same color. So you always have to know which part you decided to use as the top upper part. So as you cut, remember that you reduced this length, okay? So remember to cut at the correct place. Then after that, please remember to notch the centers of the dots. So right here we have our front. Now we are going to use the front. We are going to trace it and make the back. So we shall get back our fabric. Make sure it's still looking where it was looking the other time. So now the back is a bit different. Oh, I want to pin them here. So the back is a bit different. We add some stuff that we didn't add at the front, okay? So what we are going to do with the back, for starters, we shall first put back the 1.5 inches that we removed from here. And on that 1.5, we shall add another 1.5. Are we together? So you'll get your straight line and draw a line up, okay, to get that, okay? Then you'll get this. You'll get your curved ruler and connect it from here up to here, okay? Like this. Oops, sorry, my fabric moved. You really have to hold it tight so it doesn't move, okay? Okay, now that is what I have. Then another part that we change a little is we are going to increase this part also, because behind you have your bum, it will pull the shirts and all those things. That's why we add this bit, but also here down here, it also needs to, you know, has to lift up the bum bum, so we shall also add another. I'll give her 2 inches. Yeah, so okay, so move on it like that. So I'll get my ruler connected from this part to this part. So remember that before I already left the stitching allowance, so I don't need to add stitching allowance in this one again. Hope we are together, because it's supposed to be here initially, so if I've added it there, you get, so the stitching allowance is already there. So that's all you need to add for the center back. But also you can feel free, since this is a non-stretch fabric, feel free to add some allowance here because of the bum and all those things, you know, depending on your client's sizing. Okay. So well, that is it. Sorry, I wasn't on it here. But hope you guys had fun. Hope you learned how to cut out the shirts. So well, this is what we have. This is our front and this is our back. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out the pocket. Yeah, this, you can see these shirts, the person is relatively small, so they've really taken up very little fabric. So one side, remember, has to be 6, the other one has to be 11.5. So like before, how am I starting on? Now, I'll measure this just so it's the same. It's 37. Okay, so I have this, and remember, hope we are together, yeah. So I want this to be 1.5 once it's done, but I'm going to add 1 inch for stitching. Yeah, then this side has to be 6, and then this other side has to be 11, about 11.25. Okay, so I'll use a straight. I really like to join this. Okay, just join it like that. So this is what I have. So I'm going to cut the pocket out. My pins, where are you? This is what I have. Then if I take off 0.5 from here, 0.5 from here, then I'll have that left. So this is it. This is how my pocket will look after stitching it, because I have to line it and it will, So well, this is my pocket, this is my shirts, and I've not yet cut the waistband. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we have to stitch it. For starters, I have to so I'm done tracing. You can see there are two parts of the fabric and two parts of the other material, maybe lining. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to go and first sew get this, put this on top, and also here, also the whole thing apart from this. Okay, let me go and do that, then I'll be right back and we shall continue. Okay, I'm back. At this point, this is where we are. I've finished putting the pockets. You can see, put the pockets. I've also put the darts. So with my cloth like this, I'll just flip it onto the other, okay, like that, and I'll come and sew here like this, okay, and I'll do the same for the back like this. I'll flip it over and I'll stitch this part like this, and I'll be right back. So I'm done. This is my back part, okay, and then this is my front part, okay. Okay, see the front part is smaller than the back. Okay, so I'll get my back looking upside, and I'll get the front and place it onto the back. Okay, then you can see my back is bigger than the front, yeah, because it has the bum, all those, we did that when we were cutting. So I'll stitch here, curl, curl, okay, yeah. So well, I'm back, and this is what we have right now. This is the behind, okay, this is the front, has our pockets, and this is the behind, okay. So now you'll wonder where I'm going to put the zipper, because I've literally stitched everywhere. that I left space on either side, this one, so I'll be able to undo, then put my zipper. Now I'm going to put the waistband. Okay, yeah, so now I'm going to be cutting the waistband, and then I place it on, and I'll be done with the shorts. Remember, I left 2 inches for my waistband, and it's what I'm going to be cutting. Then I'll be done. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's your girl Ticia. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, ask me anything you want to ask me, tell me anything you want to tell me, anything. I promise I'll reply to each comment and I'll interact with you guys. So yeah, thank you. Till next time. Bye. This has been Fashion Talk with Ticia.